Cary, just initial reflections or thoughts on the tournament. First time working with the women's team.
Yeah, assessment for me. I saw the girls train. I've been around the girls, but now attending the first World Championships and seeing where the Japanese are, seeing where the Russians are, the Georgians are. So now I have a better feel for women's wrestling. You don't really know until you're at the World Tournament and see. Even at the senior level, when I was wrestling for men, I always wanted to be there, but when you get there, you don't know until you're finally there. So now, seeing what we have to do and what these girls need to do, yeah, I mean, there's some work they got to work. There's some things they got to fix, but man, they're busting it. They're working hard, and they know it, and they're not far off. They're not far off from being on the top of that stand if they want to be there.
What do you think of Helen Maroulis' week? I mean, that obviously was a supreme performance, and you've seen some great wrestling.
I mean, with Helen, you see absolute discipline, absolute dedication, absolute passion, whatever you want to call it. I mean, Helen's been wrestling since she was 5 or 6 years old. I had a little bit of contact with her when she was in Maryland in the wrestling circles, knew of her. I coached a Maryland team, the Fargo team. She showed up there. I mean, Helen Maroulis is she's in it, she's in it, man. I mean, what more do you say? And the best athletes, that you know it when you're around them. They got a vibe to them and aura to them, and she's got it.
Was there any athlete in particular on this team that you connected with that you might be interested in working with again next year?
All of them. Over time, I built more and more of a relationship to the girls, especially in the last 5 days that we got here, and you got here, and I felt like I finally had really started to connect with them because, I'm at a training camp, and I'm there for 4 days, and then I got to go, and then I'm back at a training camp, and then I got to go. And so then when we got to spend some time in southern France training and now here and the travel together and the laughs together and all that stuff. And then, hey, you can feel the emotion, I know exactly what each one of them felt like who didn't achieve what they wanted to do, man, and it hurts, and as athletes you can relate to that. So in terms of working with the girls, I would love to work with all of them again and stick with them. I think, and I love working with Terry and Clarissa and Emma and John, and I just felt like it was a good vibe all around.
What words of encouragement are you going to give to the ones who didn't achieve what they wanted, and how are you going to pick them up?
Well, I mean, just simply, I've told them all, like, in the end, there's got to be a point in your training that you really, when you shake hands, you know that you're ready to go, and I think they've got to up their game in that, and we'll tell them that. I think that their training has got to go to a new level after seeing this tournament. And like I said, I got my first assessment of this championship, and I got an assessment of them through training camp. And they got to pick it up, that's what they need to do. So that's my encouragement. For some of them, they're relying on specific techniques and they're not evolving their game, and that can be a hindrance. You can be really great at something, but if your game is stuck in that area and you're not evolving, well, when that doesn't work, where are we going? And so they need to evolve in the training practice.
Are you sticking around to coach your athletes from Campbell?
Yeah, I'll help. I won't be in the corner. They've got their coaches, but yeah, I'll definitely be in the back room. I'm really thrilled to have those guys here, both of them, and so I'll be helping them out tomorrow in between rounds and doing what I can do and just assist in any way.
You think they can do some damage here? You've been working with them.
Yeah, I think anybody's capable of doing damage. It's just what your mind's going to be. I told the girls this is what's going to happen. You're going to go to the World Tournament and you're going to say, I'm at the World Tournament, or you're like, yeah, I'm at the World Tournament. There's two ways you can go, right? Fight or flight. So, we've seen people do things, go back to Daniel Agali from Nigeria. Nobody ever expected a guy from Nigeria to win a gold medal, and look how it's changed. I mean, the guy showed up, and every year he got better, and so, yeah, they're definitely capable.
Can you expand on Agali, the impact I know Nigeria didn't do well today, but yesterday they were, top 5, and a lot of that has to do with Agali.
Yeah, that's definitely due to that guy. I mean, he's been going back, and I'd say he's doing more than a coaching job. I mean, he's actually reaching kids in their lives. I mean, he was telling us just the other day that they didn't know if they had tickets to come here until Saturday. I mean, they've never even left the country, so the exposure that they're getting through Daniel, through wrestling and through achievement in female wrestling is unbelievable. That's expanding this kid's environment where, now that someday they're going to work to maybe, travel the world or do whatever it takes just because of this experience of getting out of Nigeria for a little bit.
How much did you maybe learn or grow, and how much different, if much, is coaching women?
Well, I think you evolve. People say, every athlete, you say something a little different to each guy. You get to know him. And so the girls weren't any different in that aspect. You know, you could say something a certain way to one of them and a little different to the other. And that's part of coaching, right? As an athlete, you evolve. As coaching, you evolve. So I'm a better coach for coaching these girls. There's no doubt in my mind when you go back. Like, you're just evolving your coaching and how you're reaching people. And so, yeah, the opportunity to be here with them and be part of it was great. And then the opportunity for me to continue to evolve is awesome.
You're looking forward to the battles in freestyle for the men. I mean,
yeah,
you've competed here, and you know the American team. You know a lot of the foreigners.
I haven't attended a world championship since I left the sport as an athlete. So,
99?
Huh?
99?
Yeah, no, 2000 the games. You know, that was it. Yeah, 99 was my last world championship. Yeah. You know, so I left for a little bit and stayed at the collegiate level. I'm happy to be back in freestyle, and I feel the vibe again, and I love it. And it's awesome putting on the red, white, and blue and going out there and competing for your country. And so I'm excited to see it, and I plan on continuing to come and watch and support and coach.
Anything surprise you about coaching women that you didn't? Oh wow, I didn't think that.
They're different in the sense in that their locker room's a lot more cheery, you know. It's a lot more cheery, the jokes, the music, and the singing before practice and stuff. Yeah, so it's different. And that's basically the only thing I would say is the difference. The girls, but their anxiety too. I mean, they get some highs and lows anxiety-wise, and so that's part of it. Every athlete controlling that, and they need to control that probably a little bit better. But yeah, they're definitely fun to be around.
Okay, you guys good?
Yeah. Thanks a lot.
All right, guys. Appreciate it, man. I'll see you guys.